Hello, I'm Ric Beattie. I'm the senior minister here at Unity of Royal Oak in Royal Oak, Michigan. And it's my honor to bring you a brief meditation for Wednesday, April the 28th, 2021. And I'm going to share with you today's daily word reading, and I do so with the permission of Unity, the publishers of Daily Word. The key word today is attention. And the affirmation says, I place my attention on the best aspects of life. My attention is a powerful tool I can use to focus my thoughts and feelings. When I place my attention on my many blessings, I live in constant awareness of everything for which I am grateful, all that is good in my life. Living in the state of gratitude keeps me positive and expectant that even more good, more love, more joy, more peace, more prosperity is on its way to me. As thoughts of gratitude fill my consciousness, my attention naturally goes to all that is beautiful and positive in my life. Soon, all worrisome and troubling thoughts are crowded out by the attention I place on my blessings, the goodness of the people in my life, the beauty of the natural world, and the love I feel for God. And the Bible verse for today is from the book of Proverbs, chapter 8, verse 34. And it says, Happy is the one who listens to me, watching daily at my gates, waiting beside my doors. I place my attention on the best aspects of life. Friends, how often do we place our attention on the things that are really annoying to us, that bug us? This is a powerful and yet simple way to live. Letting go of what doesn't serve us and focusing on what it is that we want, what makes our tail wag, what makes our heart smile. I think of it that way. Imagine if you could smile with your heart. So what you focus your attention on, what expands, tends to expand. We give it energy, we feed it. That's how I think of it. It's like I'm giving it energy, more power, more stuff to grow from, like more electricity. And it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And what I think about, I bring about. So what do you want to have more of? Focus there. If it's abundance, prosperity, love, joy, peace, focus there. Too often, I think so many of us, and I do it, I catch myself, focused on the negative, focused on what I don't want. And if I focus my attention there, I'm liable to get some more of it. And it isn't a punishment. It isn't a trick. It's just the way the universe works. It's the way the law works. The law of mind action, we call it. Some other spiritual traditions call it the law of attraction. It doesn't matter. It's the same idea that thoughts held in mind produce after their kind, right? So what we think about, we establish a place in our mind where we bring it about, and then from that consciousness, we employ the great, we call it the Unity Trinity, mind idea expression, the process of taking an idea, cloaking it in substance, Charles Homer would call it, and then it becomes manifest. That substance, you and I might call that energy. We might call it the God stuff. Substance is underneath of everything. It's the underlying energy of life itself. So you get to choose. Now, are there things that happen in life you didn't get a chance to choose? Yeah, sure there are. Old-time metaphysicians say, oh no, it was your choice. Well, we choose and create both at the local consciousness and global consciousness. And certainly we have created some gargantuan amazing things and gargantuan messes. And the interesting thing is we can choose to change them collectively. But we start by energizing the person, the body, getting the mind open and receptive. I can't remember, years ago I read somewhere in a book a little quote that I love. It says, the mind is like a parachute. It only functions when it's open. When it's open, you got to open up your mind. So we get to choose what we notice, what we focus our attention on, but the mind has to be open. There's a concept from A Course in Miracles that I find very useful to remember, and that it says, The ego is like a scavenger dog. It searches the universe for our brother's guilt and piles it at our feet. We always can find evidence to support what we think we believe. I encourage people to question what you believe. To question, just check it out. Doesn't mean you're going to let go of it. And one of the things that I love about this unity philosophy is we get to choose the practices, the spiritual habits that work for us. We get to try a whole bunch of them and then pick the ones that work for us. And one that works for me very well is meditation. I have many different kinds of meditation. I walk. I love to walk by the water, walk by the river, walk by the Clinton River, walk by Paint Creek out near my house. I love to listen to the sound of water. Therefore, I don't listen to books or things when I'm walking, or the radio, or anything streamed, as a rule. Every once in a while I do. Might listen to a book, but I like to be engaged with life, with the rhythm of life going on all around me. I want to be aware of the kids playing in the distance, and dogs barking, and laughter, and airplanes overhead, and all the things that are going on in the world around us. And it's been a beautiful couple of days here in Michigan. Yesterday was in the 80s for the second time, and today was close to 80, but it rained a little bit, but that's okay. Liquid sunshine, I call it. So I'm going to invite you to, as we often do, and by the way, the reason I ask you to take a deep breath, hold it, sigh it out. When we fill our lungs up completely from the bottom to the top, there's a nerve. I can't remember the name of this nerve, but it runs about 2/3 of the way down in the lung. And when we trigger that nerve, it helps us to relax. So I'm going to do this 3 times. Take a deep breath in, hold it, sigh it out. Another deep breath in, hold it, sigh it out. Another deep breath in, hold it, sigh it out. And now just allow your breath to return to its normal pattern, whatever's normal for you. As you begin to become increasingly aware of your body, enough to do a scan starting at the bottoms of your feet, just allow your awareness to come up through all the muscle groups in your body. And if you find any place that you're carrying tension or stress, I invite you to release it. You can do it just like, wow, I noticed that there's some stress, there's some tension, and let it go. But all you have to do is just touch it with your mind. And after a little bit, your body will get used to that. Like, oh, like right now I have some right up here in my shoulder. And as I think about it, I release it. I let it go. So, we're going to complete our scan of our body and get very comfortable. I'm going to start some music. It's 6 Degrees of Meditation by our creative director, Kim Lange. It's her original work, and I share it with her permission. And allow yourself, if you hear any noise from the street or noise in your home, phone rings, something happens, it's just a reminder to turn within, to turn your attention to that place that is your center. You can close or softly focus your eyes or leave them wide open. But I invite you to turn your focus from the outer world to the inner one, from the world of effect to the place of cause. For our thoughts are things, Mr. Fillmore said. Allow yourself now to just be in the stillness with the music. Again, should you hear any noise, anything interrupts you, it's just a reminder to turn your attention inward. If I hear a noise, I bring my attention back to my breath, and then I follow the next breath inward. If your mind wanders off somewhere, and they do that, just bring it gently back by noticing your breath, and then following the next breath inward. yourself to remain in this meditative state, as we join together in prayer. And let's begin that process by calling to mind any circumstance in your life, maybe with you or a dear one, a friend who's ill, a friend who's going through something, a friend who's grieving perhaps the loss of someone that was important to them. And we've all lost a lot of things during this pandemic time, so just call to mind anyone that you know of that could benefit from this energetic hug, if you will, of us just holding them in mind and wrapping them in light and in love. And we're thinking today also about all those workers who have been working from home, and many of them are beginning to transition back into their workplaces. For some, that's a great relief, and others, it's very stressful. We see this happening easily and effortlessly, everything unfolding in the right and perfect way. And we bless those who care for us, doctors and nurses and dentists and all of the people who care for us, the people who serve us food and the people at the cash register when we go to the grocery store. We bless them all. For we know that we are all made out of the same life. We all flow out of one life, and therefore we're all connected. And we allow ourselves now to drift back as we release our prayer as a prayer of blessing. And we're thinking about noticing where our attention goes. What do you want to have more of this week? I challenge you to bring your attention there intentionally and allow it to find a fertile ground in you so that something might grow and get bigger. Wanted to be all wishing you an abundance of all good things. You can go to our website at unityofroyaloak.org, and that way you can get in touch with me by email, Ric, R-I-C, at unityofroyaloak.org. You can make a contribution to help support the ministry if you are guided to do so. There's a button labeled Donate there. And you'll also see on the calendar and on the rotating graphics on the front page all the things that we have going on. So I invite you to connect with us at the website, connect with us at Facebook. On Facebook, we're at facebook.com/Unity of Royal Oak. We're a pretty fun community, lots of people involved, and always some good posts and things. So whatever you're doing this week, know that the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. All is well.